Can a rising heartthrob actor carry the weight of an iconic shonen character loved across the globe? This is the question lighting up social media after Netflix announced that Byeon Woo-seok would star as Sung Jin-woo in the live-action adaptation of Solo Leveling, one of the most beloved Korean webtoons of all time. While many fans are thrilled by the news, others are skeptical, concerned that this unexpected casting choice could derail a cultural icon. But behind this decision lies more than just the story of an actor or an adaptation. It signals a pivotal moment for K-dramas as they venture into the world of high-concept fantasy. From romance hero to reluctant warrior, Byeon Woo-seok, born in 1991, started out as a model before rising to fame with supporting roles in dramas like Record of Youth and 20th Century Girl. His breakout moment came with Lovely Runner, where he showcased impressive emotional range, shifting from stoic to vulnerable in a time travel romance that captivated millions. So why cast someone known for tender romantic roles as Sung Jin-woo, a ruthless, brooding fighter at the heart of a dark fantasy epic? According to film critic Kim Ji-yoon of Herald Pop, that contrast may be the key. Sung Jin-woo isn't a hero from the start, he's someone who suffers and evolves. Byeon Woo-seok's soft-spoken intensity might bring a deeper realism to the character, beyond just physical strength. Solo Leveling, from webtoon phenomenon to global gamble. Originally a web novel by Chugong, Solo Leveling became a runaway hit as a webtoon illustrated by the late artist Dubu, Jang Sung-rock. Its fusion of Japanese shonen energy with a distinctly Korean edge, gritty, relentless, and morally complex, struck a chord with global readers. It was serialized on Kakao Page and Tapas and garnered millions of fans worldwide. In 2024, it was adapted into a well-received anime co-produced by Korea and Japan, further expanding its reach. The story follows Sung Jin-woo, the weakest hunter in a world where humans fight monsters. After surviving a deadly dungeon, he's selected by a mysterious system that allows him to level up infinitely, a metaphor for both power and personal cost. His transformation into the fearsome Shadow Monarch has made him one of the most compelling protagonists in modern fantasy. Netflix's decision to produce a live-action adaptation is part of its strategy to capitalize on the explosive popularity of webtoon-based dramas, a trend that includes hits like Sweet Home, Hellbound, and All of Us Are Dead. But this project comes with even higher expectations. High stakes, what's at risk for K-dramas? Netflix has yet to reveal production details or release date, but industry insiders suggest the project will be co-produced by Korean and international studios, aiming for the scale of The Witcher or Stranger Things. That means Solo Leveling won't just be another K-drama, it's a global fantasy test case. Fantasy action, especially in a dark RPG-style world, is still unfamiliar terrain for Korean television. While Earthstal Chronicles tried to enter this space, it didn't resonate internationally. Sweet Home succeeded to a degree, but leaned more toward horror than fantasy. According to Professor Lee Ji-won, a media studies expert at Chung'an University, if successful, Solo Leveling could mark a paradigm shift. It could show that K-dramas aren't confined to romance and melodrama, they can be global fantasy contenders. Honoring Dubu, the challenge of staying true to the source. Perhaps the biggest concern among fans is whether the live action will honor the legacy of Dubu, whose artistic vision defined the webtoon. His dynamic paneling, moody palette, and intense fight choreography were integral to the tone and pacing of the story. On platforms like Reddit and Naver, fans have voiced caution. One user wrote, "I don't care who's cast, what matters is keeping the atmosphere and soul of the original. This isn't just about a character. It's about a world." The adaptation must translate visual emotion into cinematic depth, not merely recreate battles with CGI, but convey the psychological and emotional weight that made Solo Leveling resonate. Byeon Woo-seok's own real-life level up. In many ways, casting Byeon Woo-seok mirrors the narrative arc of Sung Jin-woo himself, a seemingly quiet underdog poised for an explosive evolution. Just as Jin-woo levels up through battles and hardship, Byeon is stepping into uncharted territory, risking his reputation and comfort zone for a role that could redefine his career. For him, Solo Leveling isn't just a new project, it's a personal challenge and a symbol of transformation. And perhaps that's the deeper, often overlooked parallel, this live-action adaptation isn't just about reviving a beloved fantasy. It's a bold experiment to see whether K-dramas can expand their boundaries, not through familiar love stories, but through high-stakes, genre-defining epics. If it works, it won't just crown Byeon Woo-seok as a new global star. It will usher in a new era of Korean entertainment, one where fantasy doesn't just belong to the West or Japan, but speaks a universal language with a distinctly Korean soul. Netflix just dropped a bombshell. Rising star Byeon Woo-seok has officially been cast as Sung Jin-woo in the live-action adaptation of Solo Leveling, igniting a frenzy across global fandoms. Within hours of the announcement, the internet lit up with predictions, praise, and skepticism, but one phrase kept echoing through the noise: the next Squid Game. Could this high-stakes fantasy series truly follow in the footsteps of Korea's biggest entertainment export to date? With a wildly popular source material, an emotionally resonant lead, and Netflix's massive production muscle, Solo Leveling might just be the next Korean drama to shake the world. From time travel romance to dark fantasy hero, Byeon Woo-seok isn't the most obvious choice to play a monster-slaying, power-hungry warrior. Known for his emotionally delicate portrayal of Ryu Sun-jae in Lovely Runner, Byeon made millions cry, not roar. But perhaps that contrast is exactly why he was cast. Sung Jin-woo's journey in Solo Leveling is not a straightforward power fantasy. He starts as the weakest hunter, a fragile human in a deadly world. Through unimaginable pain, betrayal, and relentless trials, he evolves into a shadow-wielding monarch feared by gods and monsters alike. Byeon's casting signals a shift. This adaptation won't just focus on the action, it's going deep into the psyche. As one Redditor posted after the news dropped, they chose an actor who can pry, not just kill. That says a lot about the tone they're aiming for. A global webtoon legacy, and enormous expectations. Originally a web novel by Chagon, Solo Leveling was adapted into a webtoon illustrated by the late Jang Sung-rock, aka Dubu, and became a cultural juggernaut. It was serialized on Kakao Page in Korea and Tapas for international readers, amassing over 14 billion views globally. In 2024, the anime adaptation, a rare Korean-Japanese collaboration, premiered to massive acclaim, opening the floodgates for an even bigger audience. With Netflix now helming the live action, the stakes couldn't be higher. Squid Game proved that Korean content could dominate Western pop culture. The gory show's K-dramas could tackle heavy themes and still trend globally. Now, Solo Leveling is positioned to crack the fantasy action genre wide open, an area where Korean series have yet to find a definitive foothold. Not just a show, a test for K-fantasy's future. What makes Solo Leveling more than just another adaptation is what it represents. Korean dramas have historically excelled in romance, family, and thriller genres, but fantasy remains a delicate frontier. The genre demands high budgets, seamless CGI, and expansive world building, areas where even the most successful K-dramas have stumbled. However, fans point out that Solo Leveling offers something most Western fantasies lack, a protagonist who gains power not for glory, but out of necessity and grief. Jin-woo's transformation is driven by his desire to protect, a deeply Korean emotional core wrapped in international aesthetics. According to drama analyst Choi Min-young, this could be Korea's Game of Thrones moment, not because of dragons or swords, but because of its emotional density combined with dark, strategic world building.